What is up, everybody? It has been a minute since I have been uploading or anything like that. As you can see, I've been moving. All my drum shit and everything is behind me. And it's been a crazy couple months, but I'm back at it, clearly. Hope everyone's been doing well. Hope everyone had a great holiday. And, you know, spring season's around the corner, and I'm stoked. I got a lot of cool shit to share with you guys in the near future. Yeah, I want to really start doing the intros before I do the interviews and stuff like that. Just to kind of give like a background of what it'll be all about and what's to come and everything like that. It'll be really cool. I'm stoked to see what season 2 of the Slaughter Noise cast is going to bring, not only for me but for you guys too. So yeah, I think you guys are really going to like what I have up my sleeve. So here you go, Miles Dimitri Baker from Interloper, Voidbringer, and he used to be in Rings of Saturn. That's what got me introduced to him. I started listening to the Lugal album about 2 years before the record he was on called Alta Ula in 2017, and I got to see him play with Rings, and I got to meet him for a brief moment. I didn't mention it in an interview because he's met probably so many fans and everything like that. But yeah, anyways, it's a kick-ass interview. Miles is the man. Here you go. Yeah. Good. All right, we got Miles from Interloper. Used to be in Rings of Saturn, and you're doing a solo thing now, right? Is it solo?
I mean, technically it's just me right now, but yeah, I'm trying to take that out on the road. I have some people in mind for live, and yeah, definitely not like a solo project, so
Okay.
it's not like that, yeah.
Yeah, but it's Voidbringer, and you just put out that EP like last month, right?
Yeah, I just put that out. Yeah, it came out November 5th or 4th, I think. I screwed up the date. I didn't even know what day it was coming out, and I was like going through the day. I'm like, hey, why are all the songs out? I was like, oh my god, it's today. Yeah, I was on that tour. Yeah, I just lost track of time. Just fucking wrote down the wrong day. I don't know.
It's a kick-ass EP, man. I enjoyed it. Like, I've listened to it quite a bit already in the past month.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Congrats on that, and congrats on the new Interloper single that came out not that long ago either.
Yeah, that came out September 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys were on tour when that came out too, right?
Yeah, it was day 2. Yeah, we were in, I don't know where we were, somewhere. So somewhere in the Southwest.
Damn, nice. You guys working on a follow-up to Search Party?
Yes, but I don't know that, like, I actually have a call coming up this week about that. I don't know that I even want to do like albums anymore. It's kind of a waste of time, especially for a band our size. And not like a waste of time like, oh, it doesn't matter to music. It's not like that, but it's not a good way to put stuff out, in my opinion. No one, unless you're a band that has enough following, say like, bigger bands, say like Gojira, or like, any band that's of size, maybe like Lorna Shore, for example. Like, people listen to the whole record, But I'm sure there's still a drop off. If you do singles though, or even like EPs, it's less for people to digest. It's not like, oh fuck, here's an hour of music for me to like listen to. I'll get to it. And you can even see on the metrics, say with like Search Party, like I can see the stats on it, and the drop off from start to finish is so monumental. It is insane. It's crazy. It's like, why put out that many songs, or just do singles, and every single song is going to get the attention, and maybe that's what culminates into an album. I think that would be the route, like doing singles for every single one. But yeah, putting out like 3 songs and then releasing 7 or 8 others and helping people listen to them in this day and age is not, in my opinion, it's a horrific idea unless you're a big enough band.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that because I even saw what was it? I think it was Slipknot. They even said they're like, oh, we don't even know if we're gonna put out albums anymore. It just might be singles, and it I think it's the attention span of the listener now. It's
Yeah, people are so fucking dumb. It's crazy.
yeah,
Everyone is like so instant grat. Like, I mean, I even catch myself. Like, I have a shorter attention span than I used to because of just like, we're on our phones. We see Instagram, we see TikTok, YouTube. Like, what it's like, oh, I want to see this. Oh, I want to see this. Oh, what's this? Oh, what's that? And it's like, I don't even know what I was doing 5 minutes ago, you know?
right. I
Yeah.
have to agree with you on that too. Like I have ADHD. I'm all fucking all over the place too.
Mhm.
But how was the tour that just ended though? How was it? How'd that go?
It was great. The Lorna Shore one.
Yeah,
That was that was definitely the sickest tour I've ever done.
nice.
Yeah, that was every show was sold out. It was really fun. The guys in Ingested are really cool. That was a lot of fun to play with them. Music was like really easy in comparison to stuff I've had to play before, so it was nice, like kind of chilling out. I wasn't like stressed out going on stage or like, oh, I got to warm up. It's just like go have fun, and like play well. So yeah, the whole time. I mean, I've known the Lorna guys for a long time. I don't really know Moke too well, prior to the tour. And same with Will, but I've known like Adam and Austin for a long time. Andrew's a little newer as well, but yeah, I've known those guys since like 2016 or something, 15 maybe, like a while. Done some tours with the Angel Maker guys. I already knew them. I didn't know the Sulfur guys, but yeah, Aborted I've known of them. But it was cool. Everyone got along with it. It was a fun tour, man. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's funny. I saw you with Rings, and it was the Summer Slaughter tour. I think 2017. It had Angel Maker, and the it had Lorna Shore with Tom Barber.
Yep.
Yeah, and I honestly to this day I'll always say that was my favorite like Rings album was Alta Ula. I think the songwriting on that was absolutely fantastic. And
I like that record, man. I think it turned out pretty cool. I would have recorded it like differently and done things differently now, or even at the time I wanted to, but I think it was pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely the most popular record they had
yeah, I would say
by
so.
a lot, like significantly.
Yeah. I think everything just was structured a little better, and
It's written more like with better intention. I think it's like not like, oh, Luke's not this or that. Like it's not about that. It's just like I think that just that idea behind that record and that like group at the time, like Aaron and I being involved. I mean, it sounds different than every other record. Like that's all. I don't know what else to fucking say. Like it
yeah,
just sounds different. And I think it was cool and it was a little more like pulled back. A little bit more like restraint on like the craziness.
yeah.
Yeah, which is hard because like I mean, even right now I'm writing some stuff and I'm like, I want this to be insane. I'm like, I need to fucking relax. Like, yeah, because it can't get like that. It gets out of hand really quick.
But let's take it back a little bit. How did Interloper really start? Did you know the singer before or prior, or did like that kind of start as the band was forming?
Well, Interloper originally, like the original idea for Loper was when I was like 17 or 18, maybe. This was a long time, like 10 years at this point. And wrote Red Letter Day. Actually, the first song that was written for Interloper was, oh my God, which one was it? It was Conjuration. It was one of those like first three singles. That one, and then Red Letter Day, and then Absolution. I think that was the order. And then Aaron was involved as well because we've been playing in bands forever. And so I remember like drawing out the logo and like getting new sheets of paper and putting them over, like making it all fucking sick. And then I hired Mark Cooper to like make it not look like I did it. And so that was kind of the beginning. And then we put out a couple songs, like did Red Letter Day, I think was the first one that came out. Yeah, I think that was the first one that came out. Yeah, that was for sure the first one. And then yeah, right after that, so it's like Red Letter Day came out in like October. and then next one came out like November or something, I think. And then I joined Rings in December, so that was pretty much that for Interloper.
Wow, eh?
And then yeah, and then we're no longer playing with Rings. Aaron and I both at the same time in 2018. So when did it come out? 14, 18. Yeah, it was like 4 years. Yeah, 4 years of Loper, just like kind of chilling. I was always like, oh yeah, we should do this stuff for Loper or whatever, and I just like didn't have time.
Yeah, because I was always so curious about that band because like obviously going back to like that drastic change with the Alta Ula sound and everything, and I was like, okay, like he's obviously bringing like a whole different kind of delivery in this band, and I was reading on like that you had this other band called Interloper, so I was trying to check you guys out, and one song, and I was like, there's got to be more. I got to find demos or something like that, and I was like, I can't find anything, and then once I found out you and Aaron split from the band and I seen you guys were like getting ready to do some shows and put up more music, I was so stoked on
Hmm.
that.
Yeah, and then we kind of went through the process of figuring out what we want to sound like. Even now, it's like the sound's changing. And Andrew, going back to your original question, like I had known Andrew since 2018. I don't know. Like I met him later. And then yeah, he wasn't even the singer. We had Mike Semeski for a while.
Okay.
And then that didn't work out. And it was like Andrew sings. Why don't we just have him sing?
Mm-hmm.
Here we are. It just made
Yeah.
sense. It was like the next step, and just writing the music. I mean, even Search Party felt like a lot of people like it. And I think it's cool, but it doesn't sound to me, in my opinion, anymore. At least, as time's gone on, I've had more time to kind of like think about it. It doesn't sound like one cohesive band. It's like too many ideas, and that's kind of like where it's going. Like, I want to write death metal. Like that's why I'm doing Voidbringer, and I think Andrew is probably going to take a primary writing role in Interloper now because the thing is, like, he's the fucking singer. Like he needs to write music that he can sing over. If I'm writing stuff and he's having a hard time singing over it, now what? We're gonna run into the Search Party problem where this song sounds like this and this song's way over here. And it's not like, oh, we're a dynamic band. It's like, no, this is not the same like music. So that's something that's been going through our heads. It's like a bit of an internal thing, but I don't know. Whatever's going to be best for the project, even if like I started it, like I'm not even going to like do anything as far as that goes anymore. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll just start writing with something else. It's all good. I want it to be the best product. At the end of the day, because that's going to be more important than being like, oh well, I need to write. And if that's the case, then so be it.
Right.
Yeah.
What would be your favorite like Interloper song to play live? Like, what song are you like always stoked to rip on the stage?
I like playing Bear the Weight a lot. Honestly, that newest single, that shit's fun. No, it's kind of the other thing too, is like the Voidbringer stuff. Like I like doing vocals, now that's like, oh shit, I want to do this a lot. It's like I don't want to just play guitar, so it's almost like I have like a priority shift happen. Not that I don't care about Loper anymore, but it's like I'm definitely enjoying writing that type of stuff. So it's like maybe I'm gonna put myself in that position a little bit more. I like that song to play. I like Wishing Well's pretty fun to play. That's a ripper.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even the beginning of that, it's like this like pop punk fucking butt rock thing in my mind now. Like it's just so changed like how I felt about that. Buried Teeth was a fun one. That's a ripper too. That one's cool. Yeah, those are fun. Oh, Idle Years. That one's really fun. They're all fun. I don't know. They're all different.
Fuck it.
There's, what? Like the crowd seems to like this one a bit, but I actually really don't care for playing much. Is Moonlight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
You made it. Who cares, right?
Yeah, I actually didn't write that song. I just wrote the solos in that one.
Damn, there you go.
Yeah.
What about Voidbringer? What's your favorite? I know you only got like very little out, but like, what one are you like so eager to like rip on the stage with that too?
Probably Return to Dust or Years of Waste. Actually, I mean, Nothing Left to Lose is really cool too. They're all cool. I think those three would be my favorite. Ghost in the Fog's cool. That song's really straightforward though. It's really simple. And I'm actually kind of scared about that one. There's some like breathing issues in that like tracking like the vocals really go on for a long time. And as far as doing that in like one take live, that I might have to. It'll either be someone doing a backup for like a couple words, or I'm gonna have to like cut something a little bit shorter, like in the verse with the that whole part. It's just like no air. It's like most records that you hear that with like take Lorna Shore for example. I mean, Will's an incredible vocalist. He definitely pulls it off like incredibly well. But listening to the record, it's like there's parts where it's literally nonstop vocals, like and it's separate takes. They're like overlaying. It's like you can't do that. But it sounds sick on a record, so it's like now what?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but yeah, you can always cut like words short and like take a breath and stuff. But I think that's something that's cool because I mean that is impactful. Or another big one, dude. What's that song? It's a Bodom song. Um, it's the chorus of "Hate Me."
Okay.
If you listen to that, there's no breath. It's different vocal tracks. Like so, it's like here's this phrase, and then like a separate take starts like before that one ends.
Yeah.
There is no breath. But live, it sounds great. But it's just like where you're placing the breaths. You have something has to give.
Yeah. Fucking what gear are you using live?
I use Axe too.
Okay.
We're running. I have Shure in-ears. I have a Line 6 wireless that I'm gonna stop using for sure because it's on the same frequency. I guess like it's the 2.4 megahertz, and it's the same thing where Bluetooth and Wi-Fi are on. So there's a lot of venues that there are just places where there's a lot of people in there, and it's like it cuts out constantly. And so I'm gonna get a Shure wireless as well, and then 64 audio for my in-ears, and Dunlop picks, Elixir strings, Seymour Duncan pickups, Schecter guitars, obviously. But yeah, it's a pretty simple setup. It's not like anything crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if we had more people and everyone was on like wireless ears, for example, that's when like you start to have like multiple racks for all of your stuff because like you have an in-ear rack, you have a wireless guitar rack, or those usually go on the same thing, and then you have like here's your Axe FXs in one rack, a backup Axe FX because that shit breaks, and then all the other stuff. It starts to add up pretty quick, and then you have just a bunch of stuff.
Yep.
But currently, we're able to fit the whole live rig in this thing down here. The whole live rig can fit.
Oh wow, eh?
Yeah, I don't have everything in it right now because like some of it's Andrew's, obviously. But yeah, it's a 12 space rack, and we fit everything in there.
Nice.
Yeah, heavy as fuck. It needs wheels. It needs wheels.
Invest.
Carrying this fucking thing, or at least like a furniture dolly, something. It's just like these little handles that are like really narrow, and you're carrying just like probably 100 pounds. Nightmare.
Nightmare. Speaking of nightmares, man, what is like your worst nightmare, like on stage? Like the one thing you're so afraid of happening.
It's already happened.
Oh boy.
So we run everything through our interface. So like it comes to the laptop and the interface, right? So we have our live session. So it's for our in-ears. We have our guitars. We have our vocals going in there. Yeah. We have everything running through into the interface, and then from the interface out to front of house through snakes. So like if that goes, like we can't play. Like if that breaks, we are fucked. Period. And so it didn't break, but what happened was the laptop. So it has to have power, right? And be charged. And we plug it in and we leave it sitting there all day. We backline our stuff and it's sitting there charging. Some point in one of the shows, and this was in Indianapolis, the thing came unplugged. I don't know. And the laptop was dying. We didn't know this at the time. Hit play, session starts. We're playing through the Wishing Well, opening track of that tour. And all of a sudden, our ears, it's like, and we're like, oh wow, this is like. I look at Andrew because we're hearing it together. It's like, whoa, this is like really bad interference. What the fuck? And then we keep playing, and a couple seconds later, it just gets so bad. Our guitar tone's going away, like everything is like fizzling out. And we're like, what the fuck? And we see like we can notice the audience is like, what the hell? Yeah. And so we stop and we're like, hey, sorry about that. Like, we don't know what the hell happened. Let's do that again. Start the song over. Same thing happens, and we're like, what the fuck is happening? Because like we can't play if that happens. Like we're screwed. Even like Tadpole, like his kick drum, like everything goes through the interface so we can hear it. So like everything is going wrong, and then we realized it wasn't plugged in, so the laptop was powering down.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And it actually ended up working out because we were laughing about it. We figured out what it was. The audience, like, they started to laugh because we had to stop a second time. We're like, what in the fuck is happening? You know? And, like, it's how you play it off, too. You know? Like, we didn't get mad. We're not like, what the fuck? You know, this and that. Like, we're not upset. It's just like, I don't know.
You're just trying to figure it out. That's all.
Yeah, we figured it out quickly, though, after the second time. But it was like, wow, this is crazy. And it ended up being great. The crowd loved it. I mean, it was like a really good merch night, too. Like, people, it was a cool interaction because they got to see us not, like, doing our set. They're, like, got to see us being people, like, figuring something out, like, what's happening. And then, right after that, the next song, Tadpole broke his kick drum head. In the same show. Everything at one time. It was insane. The only thing that was missing was me snapping a string.
Yeah. I was actually thinking that. I'm like, let me guess, you snapped a string.
I've snapped so many strings on stage. It's like,
oh yeah,
it's honestly unbelievable.
Yeah, like I've been drumming for almost 18 years, and so many times drumsticks go flying and everything like that, or skins break, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. And it's usually when the show's just starting too. So
yeah. Yeah, it's just how it goes. But that was a pretty big one. Like, I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine anything like within like a normal realm going worse. I mean, actually, you know what would be worse is like if we're in Europe or something and our shit got fried from the current.
Mm-hmm.
That would be worse. I know someone that happened to actually.
Damn.
The entire rack got fried.
That's fucked
like
up.
$10,000-$15,000 of shit just fucking cooked.
My God.
Yep.
I actually, it's funny, your former bandmates in Rings, I heard like right when COVID happened, all their shit had to stay in like Germany or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that. They had to cancel the tour and get a flight home. I remember I was talking to Alex at that time because he was on that tour. It was Alex or Ian. Someone was texting me about it. And yeah, they left their stuff in Europe for a bit. Yeah.
Do you still talk to Lucas, or like you guys just kind of just
Yeah, not so much.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really talk to. I mean, Ian and I are really cool, but like he's got his own life going on. We don't catch up too much, but like we're still tight. Like Luke and I are fine. I just don't really like talk to him. You know.
Okay. Well, you guys are doing two different things now, anyway, right?
Yeah. We have like totally different lives. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I
talk to like the same fucking two people, man. I talk to like my friend Chase. I talk to Andrew. Andrew's pretty busy. I don't talk to him all the time anymore. Yeah, I talk to Chase pretty much. He's like my friend, and I talk to him constantly, and that's pretty much it.
keep your circle small, man. That's all.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And now I know that you're a huge Bodom fan, and
Yes.
I got into them actually because I played a talent show in like my 9th grade, and I played Bed of Razors with two of my buddies. What is your favorite Bodom album of all time? Like, you put it on a pedestal.
It's so hard. There isn't one, man. So here's the thing. So like, Relentless Reckless Forever is probably like writing wise one of my favorites, but the production I can't stand. Like it sounds like that record sounds like ass. It really does. But then there's the production from like Are You Dead Yet or like Halo of Blood. That's like really good. Same with what is the other one? Hexed. That production is nice too. Like I like how those records sound a lot. But if I had to pick one, I hate saying it, but it'd probably be like Are You Dead Yet or Follow the Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another record that was really good, but I didn't like the production was Blood Drum. There's a lot of really good songs on there. Yeah, I just didn't care for how that record sounded. Yeah, probably Are You Dead Yet, Follow the Reaper. Second place. Third place would be Halo of Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? What's your favorite one?
Honestly, it varies because I haven't really like I haven't listened to Bodom in quite a while, but I went through like a phase. I love that song.
Yeah. Yeah. That Razors.
You know what I'm gonna have to go with though?
What's up?
My favorite is probably gonna be Hate Breeder.
Haber fucking rips too.
Yeah, I gotta give it that.
Some pretty iconic guitar solos on that one. Same with Fall of the Reaper. Those two, I
Hmm.
think those were like the records where his playing everything up until like Are You Dead Yet? I think or even maybe like K Crew Death Roll. I mean, his playing was good in there, but his playing in the earlier ones was like really fucking sick. I mean, everyone is really tight. They weren't like burnt out on touring yet. You know, they hadn't been doing it for like fucking ever. I think that was like when they were most just like, we have to do this like perfectly, you know?
Yeah. Did you
Not
ever?
saying the other records were bad, but I mean, those were just like particularly sick.
Oh yeah. You ever get to meet Alexi before he had passed?
Yeah, several times actually. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, a few different places. Like I think I met him 3 or 4 times. I actually have assigned Kristen over at Nuclear Blast. He was there doing some promo for Hex, and I have a signed poster that says to Miles from
Nice.
him. Cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Yeah, I keep that up there. I got a couple other things too.
Yeah, that took me by surprise when he passed. I had no idea about any of that shit. That was
Yeah,
oof.
I mean, to be honest, I remember seeing how he looked in like 2018, like skin and bone, and I was like, that's not good, it's really not good. And I figured it was like drugs, people usually get pretty skinny when they start doing, a lot of
Mhm.
drugs. That
Yeah.
happened. And then even like I remember seeing like just little updates from him and it's like, he looked pretty rough kind of thing. And then that last music video for Bodom After Midnight, I was
Hmm.
like, whoa, this dude looks like shit. This dude looks fucking bad, you know? And at that point, it had been like years of that, So I think it was one of those things I was like hoping wouldn't happen, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. It's like you see some stuff and it's like, oh, fuck.
It's a bummer. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that, man. You see that happen sometimes. I thought maybe he was like sick.
Well, that's what I thought too, right? I was like,
Yeah, like
maybe
got cancer or some shit.
that's yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks, man, because like I think that happened around the same time Eddie Van Halen passed.
Yeah, I think that was relatively close. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had cancer. Yeah, yeah. What did he have? Throat cancer?
Yeah. It was some kind of cancer. I think it was throat.
Yeah, it sucks,
Fucking
man.
fucking sucks. Let's say this. You're on a deserted island.
Right.
You have everything you want, but you have to choose three albums to bring
Huh.
to listen to for as you could live there your entire life, but you're only allowed to bring three. What three albums are you bringing?
Oh my God. Well, maybe this is because I'm really into this record currently, but I'm gonna probably say the new Lorna Shore record might be one of them. That's
Hell
a
yeah.
really I've been fucking spinning shit. I've actually been learning some of the parts on guitar. Could probably make some videos or something.
Pain
Um,
Remains is sick.
yeah, it's like growing on me. The more I listen to it, I'm like, God damn, this is fucking good. Maybe that one. I'd probably bring. Oh my God, I don't even know. Bodum record. That's hard. Can I bring a discography record? Can I bring like a collection record that has a bunch of songs?
The one box set.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do the greatest
You're
hits
allowed. I'll let you.
Bodum CD. How about that? Let's do that one.
Yeah.
And who else? I'm trying to think of another killer record that I like a lot. This is tough. This is hard. This is really hard. I can't even think of a third one, man. I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? Maybe the first Winter Sun record. I'll do that.
Okay.
Actually, no. I need some fucking tech death. Let's go with Arsis, Celebration of Guilt. There it
Okay.
is.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
You have like of all the tours you've done, you have a favorite tour story that like always sticks out that like is either hilarious or drastic or whatever, like the one that sticks out the most. That
Dude, you know what, man? I just had a conversation with someone about this the other day. I can't remember most of them. I can't remember
oh
most of these stories unless they're brought up to me
damn.
because I was probably drinking. Most of the funny stories I can think of involve that. Um, I have a good one that happened. I mean, it was like it's kind of funny actually. Yeah, this one sticks out. There's definitely better ones, and I know that there are. But like, dude, even these last two tours I did, I can't remember almost like anything fun that I want to share. Anything funny that happened like that. It's just like there's too much shit happening constantly every day. I'm like, I don't know. Um, what I'll go with though is being in Europe and having just left the Netherlands. So we're like, we're like a lot of drugs and stuff are legal and whatnot. People had like weed and whatever else everyone got. I don't know. I don't even smoke weed, so I didn't have anything. I was
Oh
just
no.
yeah, yeah. I was like not at all. I think I actually took like a hit of a joint in like a coffee shop there,
Yeah.
but like I fucking hate smoking weed. I don't like how I feel.
Paranoia.
Like it's just not fun. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not for everybody, man. Like I'm from
yeah.
Canada. It's like it's all over the place out here. But
Yeah. I mean, I live in Southern California. Believe me, I know.
oh damn. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
in
yeah.
the same
Weed everywhere. Yeah,
hookah.
I mean, I used to, and it was cool. And then one day I just started like getting panic attacks, and I just feel weird now.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're all there. We get pulled over by the cops. I think we're in Germany. We're somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere in Europe. And they pull us over, and we're like, "Fuck." And there's like a bunch of us, and everyone had shit. And then they get us out of the vehicle, and we're like, "Oh my god!" And then they bring out a dog, and we're like, "We're fucked. We are all fucked. This is it." And they're like, "Do you guys have drugs? Do you have this?" And everyone's like, "No." Like people literally have like joints in their pockets and shit. Like I remember I was like standing next to someone. I'm like, "We're going to jail. We're not leaving Europe. This tour's over." Um, and the dogs are sniffing everyone. Nothing. Dog didn't notice anything. It was crazy. And
What?
then yeah, and then they started asking us like they were at like naming off different like rifle manufacturers. I think they're asking like Kalashnikov and like stuff like that. They thought we were like gun runners or something. I think that was what they were looking for more than drugs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because we had like trailer and shit like that. It's like unmarked
Wow.
everything. So yeah, but we were definitely like shitting bricks, and it was freezing. It was in January. It was so cold. We were just standing outside like the whole time.
Damn.
That's a good one. That was a long time ago though. I need to like talk with some friends who I've been on some tours with and maybe try to get a jog of my memory because I've been telling that story to everyone who asks. But I can't remember anything else. I don't know.
No, I. Oh man.
Yeah, yeah. That's so strange. I mean, it's weird. And I've talked to a few other people, and they feel the same way. Because I was asking, I was like, Jim, am I just like dumb? Like, do I not remember these stories? And they're like, I can't remember anything either. I'm
It's
like,
probably just so much of a blur. Like every day's kind of the same, and you're setting up every day, and you're driving to go get something to eat. Like it's just the same motion every day, right? And
yeah. And I mean, most of the time when you're out and about, like I'll cruise around the city and go get something, but nothing really exciting happens then. Usually it's like nighttime or at the show maybe like or after the show going to like actually I can't tell that story, never mind. There's a good one, at the strip club. um it was very funny. It involved a video and something you'd stick to things. it
uh-oh.
was it was it was very it was very funny, but yeah, I can't really go much further than that.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
um, what of all the whole discography of Rings of Saturn, even including the one you were on, which song do you miss playing live the most?
um People liked Inadequate. People really liked that one. That one's pretty hard though. Just that tapping part's hard. I think another cool one was this one was so hard, but Immaculate Order. People like that one.
That's
Um,
actually one of my favorite songs.
Fucking great song.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Ginger is a sick record. There's some really cool stuff on there. But I think another really cool one that I liked was Margita. People liked and Parallel Shift. Those two were fun.
Actually, yeah, Parallel Shift and the instrumental on Alta Ula.
That
Um,
one was stressful to play live.
yeah, I
Yes,
bet.
that one
But
was fun.
those two were up there with my favorites on that record.
I think the Macrocosm is actually the most popular Ring song. Like of all of them.
I think it's like one of the top songs on Spotify with
Yeah, I think it has more streams than like the next biggest one by like a million or two. It's like pretty crazy, which is just shocking. I mean, it's a fucking instrumental song. It's crazy. Like I can't believe that. Actually, it makes no sense. Yeah.
Well, I got one more thing with Voidbringer. You ever gonna do you have plans on putting that EP on like vinyl by any chance, or like doing a release like that, or is it just gonna be
Dude,
kind of digital?
yeah, I kind of want to. I want to find a place. I'm waiting on an email back, which I'm definitely not getting on fucking Sunday. So tomorrow, hopefully, I found a place that does like print to order stuff, and I want to find a place that I could do a small run of vinyls. You know, even if they're like $25 a fucking piece, like I don't care. Like I would like to get just some pressed, and so I could put them up on the store. Like I'm gonna do a small print to order, like run of shirts with the art. I kind of want to get just like a singular wall banner for myself, you know, just like little stuff, even if because it's like, you know, with like big merch companies, you have to put in orders like minimum 96, you know, pieces, which is fine. That's really small, you know, like sometimes with local we order like significantly more. But, you know, you're looking at like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a run of like one item. Like I'm not trying to do that with Voidbringer. I'm trying to do just like a small thing. It's like it's not for the money, you know. It's like so people can have something, see if people like it, and just like you know have something to follow up this release. So it's not just like I just put a song out online. You know, it feels so fucking lame doing that. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just like God, this could be cooler, you know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing more releases from Voidbringer, and I'm looking forward to seeing a tour too, because
Yeah, me too, man. That's something I'm like really grinding. I'm practicing vocals a lot right now. Really spending a lot of time doing that. And just like rehearsing. I need to write probably. I want to write before I go out on tour again, which might be in March. I want to write another EP.
Yeah, man, you definitely should.
Yeah, I have a song right now that I'm working on. I think it's actually two songs. I think there's a part in it like it's turning into like what feels like I'm gonna split it off into two different songs.
Hmm.
So we'll see. I would like to do another four song EP though. Make it easy.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
that's the way to go. That's the way to go. I don't want to put a record together. I am not writing a Voidbringer album. It's not gonna fucking happen. I'm not gonna put that amount of time and effort into something that each song doesn't get the love it should.
yeah, exactly. You dump like 12, 13 songs, and you might get 3 top ones.
Yep. Yeah. Like, and then like, there's no way the other ones are gonna get put on playlists. Possibly, two
Yep.
of the four on this got put on playlists. You know, which was cool. That's like, I'll fucking take 50%. Fuck it. Yeah, that's way better numbers than we're working with like the Interloper album, for example, as far as like what hit like good playlists. You know, because
Yeah.
we put out three singles and then you know 7 songs after that. It's like, well, we're not Five Finger Death Punch. Every song doesn't end up on a fucking goddamn playlist.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the same thing with them too. I'm sure it does not matter who you are, but when you're big enough, it's like you don't need the playlist. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a name like that or Slipknot or anything like that. Like, what I'm not even gonna touch on the new. I'm a big Slipknot fan, but that new album, I don't know. There's something fishy with it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think one of their members actually said it was horrible.
Yeah, Jim, the one guitar player, was just like, yeah, I sat out for most of the writing. I didn't care.
Well, that's funny. He sits out and that record comes out and sounds like shit. I think that means I think that
There's a
solidifies his the need of him in that band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard it at all. I'm not like a huge Slipknot guy.
No.
I never really got like that into them. I like Slipknot. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not like, oh, dude, yeah, like this record, this. Like I know like a couple songs and I think they're good, but yeah, I never like.
It's like
really
that with me and some other bands too. Like it took me a long time to get into Lorna Shore. Like I had to see them to be like, okay. And like Flesh Coffin just came out, but I was hearing about them like with their first record, and I would like, it's not like I checked them out and didn't like them. I was just kind of like, we'll see, whatever. And then I saw them, and I bought Flesh Coffin at that show. I was like, okay, bought that, and I bought some merch too, and I was like, fuck, I'm hooked. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, later down the road, I see like Will joined, and I'm like, holy shit, like if I thought they were killer back then, they're definitely fucking going now.
Yeah, Will's a really impressive vocalist, and not like I don't even know. It's not just like a hype thing or whatever. Like that dude is very fucking talented. You know,
Yeah,
there's very few vocalists like that. Same thing with Andrew in that band. You know, a lot of the like orchestral stuff he does is like
yeah,
fucking great. Like it's just like every single dude in that band is serving a really good purpose. Like I think this is the lineup where everyone is like just super strong in that band. And it's
yeah,
cool to see that, you know, because there's lineups that happen. There's other bands where that's happened, where it's like lineup changes happen, and then like maybe it's not sick, and then they get another lineup change, you know, like one new member or something, and it's like there it is, you know, like this is it.
yeah,
It's cool. I feel like that's what happened with Lorna, and like now they're killing it, you know. Like I think the music shows that the changes that have happened were correct.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Miles, I'm gonna say that's about a wrap right there. Thank you for joining, and
No,
thank you for your time. It's an honor. I'm still a huge fan. Looking forward to any of your new releases, Voidbringer, Interloper.
hell yeah. Thank you, man. Well, there's a lot of all of it coming out, so
All right,
keep your eyes peeled.
all right, awesome, man. Thank you.
Hey, man, take care, all right?
All right, you too, buddy. See ya.
All right. See you.